what's going on. So, gotta tell y'all a little story about something that I went through, a couple years back. And it has something to do with not being able to determine how somebody's gonna think, how they're gonna feel, or what they're gonna do, all right? You cannot determine how somebody's what they're gonna think, how they're gonna feel, and what they're gonna do, right? So, if you like anything that goes on my page, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you also like the content, please share this with somebody that you love, somebody that you think could learn from the information that I share on this here video, all right? Now, you cannot change what people think, how they feel, and what they're going to do, right? But we are taught that we can, right? We're taught that if we do certain things, we can change the feelings that other people are having. If we present ourselves in a different way, or we talk different, or we come across different, that we can change what they think about us, right? And if we do all those things and change how they feel and how they think, that's going to change what they do. And it isn't until we become slightly more evolved and we have some life experience that we realize we can't do anything about any of those things. You understand? So, I'm like 26 years old. I'm dating this little shorty, right? And when I say dating, we talking just, hanging out from time to time, taking a walk or something, maybe meeting up for some coffee. The regular stuff. Talking on the phone from time to time, text messaging, right? So I really like her and I want her to really like me, okay? I really like her. I want her to really like me. And at this point in my life, I'm thinking that you can win a girl over. You know how people say, oh, you have to win her over. You have to show her that you're worthy of being her boyfriend, right? You have to show her that you're awesome. You have to show her you're funny, right? So I'm in that mode of thinking that that's what I can do. Okay, well, I can show her that I'm funny. I can show her that I dress well, that I always smell good. I can show her that, I'm amazing, right? Okay. The problem is you can't. So I'm dating this shorty and, we will go out. Let's just say we went out, had a cup of coffee, right? An hour later, I might text her and say, oh, that was fun. Do you have plans later on? Might be 2, 3 p.m. She might not text back in a while. And I'm thinking that I can, well, maybe if I text her later, because maybe she was asleep or something, that would give her enough time to figure out, what she's doing later, right? And maybe she'll want to come hang out with me. So when I don't get in contact with her, or she eloquently texts back at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, I'm thinking that I can make her feel closer to me if I do things differently the next time we're together, right? Okay, if I'm a little nicer, or if I come with flowers next time, if I buy her something next time, she'll feel closer to me, and then she'll want to hang out with me later on that night. What I didn't realize was you can't make someone feel any different than they're feeling. Either they feel that way or they don't. Their feelings can change. I'm not trying to tell you that people's feelings cannot change at all, ever, right? Because that does happen. Most of the time, though, the feelings are the feelings and they stay the feelings. Correct? Either you like pizza or you don't, bro. And you normally know it from a very young age. I like pizza. And normally that does not change. Your feeling about pizza has not changed since the 80s, bro. It is what it is, right? So I'm thinking I could change how she feels about me by doing certain things. So the next date, I bring flowers, right? Bunch of flowers. Ton of them. She accepts the flowers. Boom. We have a nice little meal. She's on about her way. Now, I'm not understanding that the fact that she never asks me what I'm doing later, or she never invites me over to her house, is a signal in itself. Because if a woman wants to spend time with you, bro, she's going to clear out her entire schedule. There are women who take their kids 30 miles away to clear their weekend so that they can spend time with a man. In this particular case, she was not clearing her schedule. She was not making herself available. And the flowers and the potential gifts was not changing that, because I couldn't change how she felt about me, right? So I thought maybe next time we talk on the phone, I'll tell her some really cool things about me, and that will change what she thinks of me, and then she'll like me more. So next time we're on the phone, I'm like, oh yeah, did you know that I make this much at my job? Did I ever tell you that my TV was a special order TV, and that I had to, special order it, and it cost extra money to get it here, and it was from overseas? I'm telling her all this cool stuff, right? Because maybe if she thinks more highly of me, then she'll like me more. Didn't work. I'm still getting the same energy all the time. And I'm like, dang, she should think more highly of me, or she should think highly of me, highly enough to now want to hang out with me more. That wasn't the case. Because what she thought about me is what she thought about me. I didn't realize that I couldn't change the way she thought about me. She felt about me how she felt. So it took some time that we're going on these dates, and maybe we're talking 10 dates. They're always before 5 or 6. We're always in a public place. There's never any kissing afterwards, and never anything like that. So finally, I get to ask her at some point, oh, so what's going on with us? Like, because, I'd like to take it to the next level, boom, boom. So she says this, oh, well, I kind of like where things are at. Like, I really look at you like more of like a friend. So that was the old school way of getting friend zone. This is before they called it the friend zone. So I'm like, dang. Still in my mind, I'm thinking I didn't make a good enough impression on her. I didn't show up clean enough. Maybe if I had better clothes. Maybe if my car was nicer. Maybe if I had more money, I could take her to a better restaurant. Maybe if I was taller. But you come to realize down the line, now, I didn't realize it then, but you come to realize down the line that there was nothing I could do. She didn't like me that much from the door. It was never going to be that. It was always going to be she had friend zone in her mind. Listen, girls don't go from thinking and feeling like you're a good friend to now they want to date you. That isn't how it goes. And this is the trippy part, fellas. This is really mess you up. Their ex could have been a worse choice than you, and the next guy can be a worse choice than you. It doesn't matter, because they feel more comfortable with these guys. They think that these guys are going to provide them with a better future than you at some point. So there was nothing that I could do to change her mode of thinking. There was nothing I could do to change how she felt. And damn sure nothing I could do to make her do any differently. She wasn't going to do any different, because you can't change how people think, how they feel, and what they're going to do. So it takes months and years for you to reflect on situations like this, and then you're like, wait a minute. She just didn't like me. And bro, sometimes people cannot like you because they like people who have bald heads and you have a head full of hair. And you look at that and say, well, that's kind of dumb, isn't that? It might be. Maybe they're pretty dumb. Maybe they're not as smart, because what we'll do is we'll meet a female, and because her body looks amazing, we will give her credit for being a critical thinker. We will give her credit for being logical. We will give her credit for making good choices in her life. No, she just has a nice body. And a lot of times, bro, that's how we end up starting to talk to a girl, is because she looks nice. We have no idea if she makes good choices. We have no idea if she has critical thinking skills. We have no idea if she has two choices, she picks the more logical one. We have no idea. So a lot of times we're in situations with women, and we think that we can change their mind on how they feel about us. And bro, I'm telling you, most of them will tell you the guys that they were with, the dudes they had the longest relationships with, the guys that they are with now, it was pretty much instantaneous. Oh, I liked how he looked. I liked how he dressed. I liked his accent. First time we talked, first date, we stayed together the whole weekend. That's what they say. Bro, it doesn't take her 10 days to figure out if she likes you or not. Just like it doesn't take you 10 times to eat pizza to figure out if you like pizza. It doesn't. You have vagina, your first time having vagina, sir. You didn't need to have it 10 more times to know you like vagina. You like vagina. And it didn't even have to be a good piece of vagina. You knew you liked it. And you knew you were going to continue to seek out women who could provide you with the vagina. Okay? Most of the time, most things we like, they don't have to grow on us. You cannot change how people think, how they feel, and what they're going to do. I'm talking about in any and every situation. If someone thinks highly of you and you're nice to them, they think higher of you. But if they think you're a lowlife and then you're nice to them, they don't then change their whole mind about you, and now they know. They think you're a lowlife who's being nice to them. That's what they think. You can't change how someone feels about you, sir. If she does not like you, she has to like you before she loves you. If she does not like you, if she does not like dark-skinned men, if she does not like men who drive minivans and you have a minivan, if she does not like men who use curse words and you curse a lot, it does not matter what you do. It's not going to work, sir. Most of the women who you've had success with liked you from the door. Not that one girl at work that you saw her every day and eventually she let you get some. She didn't like you either. She just didn't have any better options after a while, and you kept bugging her. You cannot change what someone thinks, how they feel, and what they're going to do. And that is it. And brother, that is all. Now, this story, like many other stories, are things that we go through as men, and we rarely have someone to talk about, someone to talk to when we go through these issues, right? So, if you have a topic like this, or you have a question like this, or something's going on with you similar to this, and you want some advice on it, and or you want me to bring it up on a live Q&A, email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is coachmark22@gmail.com. Mark is spelled with a C. If you are that guy and you need one-on-one attention because you need to change some things about you and some of your beliefs perhaps and some of your habits, and you're having problems in the dating area because of it, and you need one-on-one specific attention, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the Zoom, sir, and we will get some things out in the open. Maybe we have to establish a little relationship so that you and I can work on what your skills need to be for the next 12 weeks, perhaps maybe next 3 to 4 weeks, whatever it might be, 2 months, 8 months, whatever it might be, to get you to a point where you're operating how you're supposed to be operating, and so that you can have success. Because, sir, let's be clear, you are not put on this earth to be alone. No, sir. You are put on here to have success with a beautiful, beautiful person, or maybe a couple persons, and live a nice and fruitful life. All right? So go down in the description, book a call if that's what you need. All right? Now, I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in with me, as always. Hope you found value out of this video. I definitely got value from even telling you about what's going on. And let me just give you a tip before you go. When you have issues, when things don't go right, either write it down, speak to someone, record the story for yourself and listen back to it, and analyze what happened. Your favorite athlete, your favorite pro athlete, he analyzes games even when he does well. And he says, what could I have done better? So especially when he has that night where he couldn't score, or he couldn't catch a pass, or he kept missing blocks, he analyzes it and says, why was I having trouble? And then he does things differently. That's how men grow, sir. All right? You got to do that sometimes. So once again, it is your boy, Mark my words. I appreciate you for hanging out with me, baby.